the action too. He's going to make sure it's exciting as possible. But already we have our flight path coming down from Georgia Pole all the way down to Novo, so a very southern flight path, which kind of isolates over on Yasnaya, Pubgm, Milta. Obviously, we know Nepali Honi, they love to drop around Milta. They might have to find something different, or at least find some vehicles early on. But potentially, they'll get split off by a couple of teams who drop early.
See where they do end up going. The dice are rolled, and the die is cast. Send it on over. Should be a nice, easy drop. We were talking about what was happening with Fnatic over on the desk. Obviously, they're just going to be able to get...
It's a kind of a spot you need, especially on this eastern side, to really control it from the north. I'm really happy with that. RIP have just got great knowledge of the map right now, know exactly where they need to be at the right time. Seoul, though, they're still going strong. They are moving into the circle. This is where they start to struggle towards phase 3 and phase 4. We'll see if they can make it in, but they are going about Megastars right now.
Yeah, Seoul taking the trades back and forth. Who's going to be able to come out on top, as well as the central positions being vied for. You can see on your screens the ETG Brawlers and Orb Official both trying to just contest out on this western side. Everyone, though, seems to have settled down just a little bit. No one really too close, except for Entity and IND down on that southwestern side. They're probably the most likely to crash in the next circle as it does pop in. Comes a little bit further south.
This
just
time,
to the north of Milta.
Lands right on top of RIP. They're happy with this one. INS, though, they're also in the circle, and they're guarding this speed bump in the form of the road that cuts right down the middle of the circle. A very strong position, to be sure, going forward. Behind them, they do have the hill, though, so they have to be worried about that, but they've got a nice little compound at the bottom. ETG Brawlers, though, they're the ones to make the cross, and it's ORB who are looking for them a little bit. It's Mad Dog. He's just chasing those cars.
Oh, yeah. What would he do with them if he caught it? I've no idea. I don't think he has any idea either. He needs to catch one first to figure it out. Sangwon just slowly cruising on out, cruising away. I think one of the tyres is out there on the back left. And okay, Napoleone with a little bit of an entry, and he finally spins out. Okay, Mad Dog, now you got to hit a shot. Okay, finally. But it's not him. It's actually INS. They're starting to come on through, and they have to do the job for him. Looks like he might be able to claim the kill, though, nonetheless. Do all the work, or do none of the work, and get all of the points for himself. Picks up the kill.
Joker was just feeling a little bit sorry for Mad Dog on the other side. He was like, I guess I'll do it for you.
He's putting the dog out of his misery.
Yeah, basically.
In comes Seoul. They go for a crash over to Synergy E and RIP Official over on the top side as well. Two teams to contend with. One gets flushed out. And Seoul hold the ground floor now. They know someone's up top. They're going to have to deal with it. Legend trying to hunker down now. Nade over in. And Clutch God finds everything he's looking for. Beautiful stuff. But RIP, they want to avenge their fallen comrades. Not too sure they're going to be able to do so, as he is going to get rattled down. Clutch God rightly claims the kill.
Today, Seoul need a chicken dinner desperately, or at least a high-scoring game to keep themselves within contention when we come into tomorrow, and we will crown the grand champion of the South Asia Regional Finals.
Ooh,
Synergy E are down, but not out quite yet. Still 2 players alive, but the nades are coming through from Seoul.
They have control. They don't want to push out just yet. They're into the next circle as well, so they have a lot of time to play with. They're just busting out RIP's potential rotation ability. They know exactly where Naruto is.
RIP looking up the hill. Again, this is the position I was talking about before. It gives you great sight lines. Unfortunately, Tempest has to stay low and down.
Oh, speaking of going down, Orb Official taking the fight with the ETG Brawlers. Trying to vie for it. Not having the best of luck. Just both of these teams just clashing head on, and Orb come out on top as the Brawlers go down.
Again, center of the circle not claimed as of yet by any team. You'd imagine RIP would usually go for this around about now. It's their play, but so many players down, they don't really have the manpower to claim any strong position within the circle. They just don't have the angles to do it. We're looking at ORB on the screen. It's only Mad Dog down, but they are directly next to INS.
They did take the fight earlier, of course, with the ETG Brawlers getting a wipe on as well. 3 points for them. They're all four players strong. INS just going to be poking back and forth, not looking to move just yet. The next circle just about to come in. That will really decide how the pacing of this one wants to go. Fnatic, by the way, still surviving down on the south. Oh, okay. They're not going to have to move anymore anyway. A heavy northwestern shift.
This is probably this is a hard shift indeed, as you can see on your screen. Entity, though, they're going to be really happy with that one. Before, they potentially were forced to move down to the southern side of the circle. Now they can just slip in and hold the roadside. GodLike, moving forward, this guy has been a real boom for this team in terms of an IGL, making them very lethal. Obviously, GodLike in Hindi literally meaning lethal.
That's pretty intimidating. Don't want to run into him in a dark alley or on a rotation in any capacity. Fnatic making a counterclockwise rotation. Mortal going for the snipes. Naruto, though, slivers on past.
Just saw his head for a second there, but looks like Soul is looking to favor a stronger position with the circle. Rotations now. This is key. A big crash coming from Entity, though, John.
Straight into the compound that INS are currently holding. Orb have oversight as well, and it is chaos reigning supreme right now as INS. Oh, they're going to hold it down, and Entity just fall flat on their face. They run on in, and there's so many teams looking their way.
Entity knew they had to make a play. They had to get towards the center where INS are currently holding. The crash comes through very, very fast, but just as speedily, INS will put them down.
Everyone now looking for this next zone. It was a pretty tricky rotation going so heavily northwest, but it looks like the majority of the early rotators are getting it. Soul are in. At the moment, the Megastar is starting to move through.
Fnatic here versus Soul, Clutch God. The rivalry is in. Players from both teams have flipped and flopped around.
Mortal gets the nade over onto Ronak. Gonna get the first knock. And Scout goes down as well to GodLike, to the third party. Oace, last left standing. Scout is down. Needs to prove himself now.
More than ever, John. Oace lobbing out the smokes, desperately trying to provide some cover for his teammate. Potentially, if they get Scout up, they can move a little bit far forward, but they're surrounded on all fronts. Viper now taking shots onto Major Alpha, but Major Alpha claps back in a big way.
Oh, he's going to get rattled down, but the knock is in nonetheless. Nepali Honi now under pressure as Soul stay alive. And on the eastern side, it's very dangerous for everyone involved. Scout eliminated, so down to one. It's just Oace.
0 Degree controlling the western side of the circle. We're seeing it on the screen right now. Pan Singh is currently down. One of the major assaulters for this team, but Soul still going strong. Clutch God gets the shot onto RIP, finishes him with 2.
And they're continuing to keep the pressure up. 4 kills for Soul. They're looking for it. Oh, a nice shot comes through, and Mortal is doing so much damage now. So much work on this M24. The barrel is deadly. He's got himself the scope to boot, and he's kitted out level 3s across the board. Oace waiting in the wings, has spotted them out, but he doesn't want to go for the fight. The next circle is in, and it's going to head south. He might just let them slip past and use them as his bodyguards.
He's preparing for it. We do move away very quickly. Looking at Mortal once again. This is the man that Oace has got his sights upon. GodLike, though, taking many, many shots.
He sees the leg, hits the leg, does the damage, does them dirty. He spots the healer in the tower, but he's not going to be able to land the shots. Okay, so still 4 strong, though. Needs to be able to hit this one this time around. Will get it. It looks like it didn't manage to get the knock, unfortunately for them. They're going to go for this rotation. Away still waiting in the wings over on that western side, eastern side.
IND don't have very far to go, but Fnatic, Oace, he's right on the precipice of the circle, starts to shimmy his way in.
He's learnt his lesson from last time. They don't want to go for the fight. And they are just going to allow Soul to get away. Somehow, he's been able to crawl on through. The Megastars going very, very low. It's a crunch time circle, Blank, and they are all coming together. As Viper does get knocked as well, Mortal has to go for the res. Low HP and will be spotted across the zone. Not too sure he's going to be able to hold it down.
We have Regaltos just there on the screen taking shots. Is the man that everyone has their eyes upon. Viper goes down. Look how low Mortal is, though.
They're all so low, so close as well. GodLike really camping it out, and Oace just playing down and dirty right on the floor, trying to stay away from anyone and everyone. Soul looking for the push over onto the GodLike Harry Potter tower. The smokes come out. Viper being eliminated brings them down to 3. IND are on the far side, and everybody from the north is starting to push in. INS into Orb as Soul look for it.
Regaltos still alive, but Mortal drops to his knees, drops to the dirt. Fnatic Oace goes out. That is Fnatic out in 9th very, very unfortunate. It's still Regaltos. We've seen what this man can do on his own. We'll see if he can do it again here. GodLike currently with 2 members down.
He has a lot to work against at the moment. Goes to the heel. Clutch God eliminated. Mortal just peeks out from behind the tree. I think they might be able to spot that one. Goes very low, gets eliminated. So it is just down to Regaltos. 5 teams left standing. 4 players alive for Orb right now. 8 kills on board.
GodLike, and we got the God view from up and above, seeing how this fight might pan out in the future. Elementrix, they've managed to make their way in, and ORB currently taking heavy casualties. 2 players go down to INS Joker. This man is on fire.
Able to get the res off as well onto his teammate. Bishma will be there. Oh, but he's going to go for the push on the sidelines, and Yash is the third party to come on through. Smokey cannot make the run. He might have to sideswipe onto Joker as well as they start to go on through. He's the only player left for ORB right now, but he seems to be making it work. INS really struggling to finish off those kills.
Elementrix currently have a compound made out of vehicles. ORB official, though, with 8 kills on board is excellent. Massive shots coming from Elementrix. Takes down 3. A huge pickup for Orange there. 3 kills go over to Elementrix, bumping them to 6 points. This is great.
Regaltos now surrounded on every side by GodLike. He rolls up, they roll in, and he will get rolled over. Regaltos down in 5th. 4 teams remain blank.
5th place finish there, great for Seoul. They're happy with this one. And GodLike, despite all the shots that have rained down on their way, they're still in this one to fight for another day going forward. INS just cheekily stood on that hillside over there, but it's Elementrix who currently have a great position, but they've got a long way to go to head into this circle.
They have to make the push, and it looks like they're going to do it now. Elementrix completely bare, going for the fight. Joker looking to try and plink away with the VSS. First player for Yash goes down, by the way, which is Orb completely out now in 4th place. Decent showing for them, however. Elementrix actually winning out a couple of these fights, but with 2 teams looking their way, they really don't have too much of a hope. With no smokes out as well, I think it's just Poo-Poo Man left alive.
GodLike was such a strong position in the beginning of the game there. They made it work despite all the eyes on them. Now they're going to move over to INS, realize this is the next target. These are the people who are most likely to pose a threat to them. You can see them just running over the hillside.
GodLike looking to try and claim victory here. Currently sat at the bottom of the tables. A much needed pickup for them. This would be 9 kills already on board. They're having a corker of a game, blank.
Mr. Hyozu, Poo-Poo Man still alive, but just barely within the circle. They're going to have to make the mad dash inwards. The smoke's providing a lot of cover for them. Hits the deck, just crawls forward slowly. Now it's Smokey and Joker looking to move on forward. 2 veteran players from India.
Oh, they go for the nades over the top. INS's combat with GodLike has allowed Poo-Poo Man to just sequester himself right on the edge of the circle. The smokes are in, but he gets eliminated. GodLike finally check left, and the nades start to come in as well, as Smokey finds 1 knock onto GodLike. They look to go for the push now, potentially looking to pick it up, but they're only 2 against so many of the GodLike players. They're going for the knock, and he's not going to take any damage in return. Joker goes very, very hard right now, gets the confirm on the kill, and they try to get it back, but over the top, there's 2 players from GodLike.
Let us reset here, John. This is a 2v4 currently. Smokey goes down. It's just Joker now. He's on the hillside versus 3 players.
Versus 1. He's going to go in. Mafia over the top. Looks for the shot. They will take it home. GodLike finally able to claim the chicken dinner. Much needed in the hour of need. GodLike claim victory on the hillsides of Erangel.
Great plays overall. Just playing from that Wizard Tower, which was just so contested that entire time. To stay steadfast all the way to the end there is very, very impressive.